BetaFPV. This is going to be another short video. This is the BetaFPV HX100. As you can see, I did crack the frame, but even though I did break the frame, I'm going to go ahead and say that I would recommend this, and I'll get into what happened with this a little later. So let's quickly go through what's in the box. There's not a whole lot here. You do get some spare props, the bi-blade props, but there's no battery in here. So there's not a whole lot other than the quad. I would recommend that you route, I got the XM FrSky receiver in this thing, and I would recommend routing a tie wrap either here or on the rear arm here. But I'll quickly go through the specs. I'm measuring, let me tar this out, 45 grams weight, dry weight without the battery. The batteries I was using, I actually liked, even though they recommend a 300 mAh battery, whether it's 2S and 3S, I really enjoyed the 450 mAh battery. I was getting about 4 minutes of flight time with this 2S and about 3.5 minutes with this 350 mAh 2S battery with the quad bladed props. I haven't been having much luck with a lot of flight time with the GNB 300 mAh 3S battery. I was getting about 2 minutes worth of flight time, and it's really not that much faster with this. I mean, yeah, it is, but it's a lot more controllable with the 2S. So I think the 2S is the sweet spot. As far as specifications, this is their new all-in-one flight controller and all-in-one ESC. It's 12 amp continuous with 13 amp burst. So this will support up to 4S, although they're recommending that you run this with 2S and 3S batteries. So they're not recommending that you run 4S on this, even though this is their new flight controller and all-in-one ESC board on here that can support up to 4S. The other thing that's real nice on this, it has the RunCam Nano. This is the first quad that I've had with the RunCam Nano, and I really like the video quality of it. And then the AL1 VTX, that's smart audio capable, selectable between 25 and 200 milliwatts, which, you know, pairs up well with the XM FrSky receiver on this thing. So overall, I think the package, you know, it's lightweight. It flies great with these four-bladed props. I didn't even get to the bi-blades because I'll show you right here in the video. I was having so much fun shooting gaps with this thing, and it's very grippy in the air with these four-bladed props. And I, you know, was having too much fun to even try the bi-blades on this. I think it'd be quite a bit more floaty. So I think you really could even race this thing, you know, with your buddies if you had some gates, because this thing flies so really nice. You know, I actually enjoyed flying with the four-bladed props, even though I schmausered it here. So other things about it, the camera is adjustable here, the camera angle, and this canopy is really, really robust. So let's quickly go through the pros and cons of this thing. The pros, again, the VTX and camera are excellent on this thing. It's very agile with the four-bladed props, and again, I didn't have a chance to get the bi-blades on it. The 1103 motors, you know, they have a higher stator height, so I think that really matches up well if you're gonna run bi-blade props. It's lightweight. The receiver that they have in here, the XM, matches up really well with the VTX. The other thing that I really liked about it is the frame design really does protect the motors. As you can see, I broke you know, I cracked the frame, but it didn't hurt the bell of the motor. So with this, the frame design I think is really good. And even though it's only a 2-bolt battery, or sorry, a 2-bolt motor mount here with 2 screws, it held up quite well as far as not breaking the bell, and the motor didn't come flying off. So what had happened was I was coming over a tree and I was doing a dive, and just my dumb luck, I hit a concrete planter. So let me show you the video right here. You can kind of see it doesn't look like I hit things very hard, but actually I was going pretty fast when I did this. So I don't think this is a fault of the frame so much. I mean, you could go with a thicker frame, but with a thicker frame comes weight, and then it becomes less of a toothpick. So in my mind, that's, yeah, it's a slight con, but that's just part of this class of quad. The toothpick quads are supposed to be lightweight, and so the frames are going to be a little thinner. So overall, I think this is definitely a thumbs up, but I would recommend getting extra frames. You can order those. I'll link below. I know that Race Day Quads has them. I think you can even get them on Amazon. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and give you a short video on how well it flies with the 4-bladed props. And all I did as far as the tune, I just put my rates in, and everything else was left stock. It is running like BetaFPV 3.52, I think is what it was. So they did tune it for that versus BetaFlight 4.0. And I mean, I was getting a little bit of prop wash in turns, but with this light of a craft, I think that'd be hard to tune out. So I thought the tune was really good for this light of a quad again. You probably could tune it up a little more, but I thought it was very flyable. So with that, I appreciate you watching my channel, and we'll catch you on the next one.